All right, good morning, guys. Welcome to this week's HIIT and Mobility workout. So again, this week we're going to be doing a bit of a circuit, similar to last time, but this time we've got two different circuits. We're going 2 rounds of each. For each of the exercises, again, it's going to be 45 seconds on and then 15 seconds off, but a few more exercises in each circuit. So more continuous work and then the rest afterwards. All right, so I'll run you through the first circuit before we give you the countdown and get ready to start, okay? So first circuit, exercise number 1, we go down into our squat and then singular pulse, up. Next one, 1, 2, up, down, 1, 2, 3, up, okay? So remember that kind of idea of going into the exercise and pulsing, because we're gonna be using that a fair bit throughout the class. All right, so that's exercise number 1, squat pulses. Exercise number 2, we're going to lock our core in, hip hinge forward and pulse. Up, down until you feel the stretch in your hammies. 1, 2, back up, down, 1, 2, 3, and up. Good. All right, so that's exercise number 2. Exercise number 3, we've got to try and get our rhythm here, but it's a bound. So right knee up, left hand up, then opposite. Cool, so get your rhythm with those little steps in between. As you get your rhythm better, try and increase the height of your jumps. Exercise number 4, we're going for a squat monster walk. So if you've got yourself a mat like this, then use from end of the mat to the other end of the mat. If not, just paint yourself about 2 meters in your mind, okay? So we're squatting down. The idea is now that we're taking small steps forward with our feet at either end of the mat, get to the other end, stand up, turn around. And what you want to try and do is keep your hips nice and low, your pelvis nice and low the whole way through. Bit of a quad burner, that one. All right. Exercise number 5, sorry. Down into a plank. You can do this either on your elbows or up on your hands, whatever's more comfortable for you. And then we're taking our leg out to the side and alternate taps. We want to try and limit our movement from side to side as much as we can and get our foot as far up in line with our hands as possible. And then exercise number 6 for this circuit, rotation planks. So start on our toes in the middle, rotate onto the outside of your foot, hand up towards the roof, pushing the floor away, rotate back, and then the other side. All right, so that's our 6 exercises for circuit number 1. As I said at the start, 45 seconds on, 15 seconds off. I'll be counting you through each of them. All right, let's start in 5, 4, so squat pulses first, sorry. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go. All right, down, 1, up, down, 1, 2, up, down, 1, 2, 3, up. Good, keep going with that. An extra pulse, an extra rep each turn. Good stuff, that's 20 seconds in, keep it going. Get your flow, your rhythm early. Make sure that you're breathing nicely. You've got plenty to go. That's 30 seconds in, 15 seconds more. Remember, 1 more each round. Keep yourself moving. Five more seconds. 2 and 1. All right, have a quick rest. We've got 15 seconds before we're into our double hip hinge. So for this one, you want to go down until you feel the hamstring stretch. That's where you pulse, and increasing reps each pulse, okay? 3, 2, 1, and go. So down till you feel the stretch, 1 pulse, up, down, 1, 2, up, down, 1, 2, 3, up. Keep going, feel that hamstrings working. Keep aware of your lower back position, so making sure that you're not really hollowed out and dipped. You want to keep a neutral spine the whole time while you're doing it. We've got 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest. And next one is our bound jump. So first little bit's going to be just trying to get your rhythm right here, but so opposite hand and leg. All right, we're going in 3, 2, 1, and go. That's right. Okay, so nice and high, alternating steps in between. As you get your rhythm, as you get your breathing in, try and increase the height of your jumps each time. So you really want to be driving high with the knee, driving high with the hand. 3 little steps in between to get the rhythm right and ready to go again. This is one that's hard to get your rhythm right for your breathing, so just try and focus on it. Try and get your rhythm. Try and make sure that you're still breathing and not just gassing yourself out. We've got another 10 seconds on this one. 3, 2, 1, and rest. 15 seconds rest, and then we're on to our monster walks. So remember, this one is down into your squat. We're trying to stay nice and low the whole time. Little steps forward, keeping the pelvis nice and low. Up, turn and walk back. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Again, with this one, like what we did with the hip hinge, try and be aware of your back position so you're not really arched out, and then just really small steps, keeping your hips nice and low. That's 20 seconds in, we've still got another 25. That's right. Good, keep your breathing. Because this one's not as much up and down movement, it'll be a bit easier to control your breathing rate. So we got 10 seconds left to go, keep moving. Try and keep yourself down as low as you can the whole time. 3, 2, 1, and rest. 15 seconds until we're onto our plank with our leg taps out to the side. So remember, either on your hands or on your elbows, trying to stay nice and controlled in that plank position and as high up as you can get with your legs. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Good, guys. All right, so remember, make sure that you're aware of your plank position. So we don't want to be Harvey bridging. We don't want to bum up towards the roof like this. We want to be down nice and flat, abs are on, and then out to the sides. Staying nice and strong and stable through our shoulders, pushing the floor away at all times so that we're not sinking into our shoulder blades. That's 30 seconds. We've got 15 more to go. Bring your awareness back to your abs, tighten that core up, make sure that you're nice and stable through your lower back. 3, 2, 1, drop down, have a rest. We've got 15 seconds, and then we're onto our plank rotations. So you're on your toes at the start, you roll to the side, lift the arm up, back into the middle, and then roll the other side. So you're on the outside of your foot. 3, 2, 1, let's go. All right, so same cues as the last one as well. So make sure that you're pushing away from the floor so you're strong and stable through your shoulders and your shoulder blades. Rotate across to the side, onto the outside of your foot, and then also making sure that we're nice and tight through our abs and we're not Harvey bridging, so we're not all the way up, bum up towards the roof. You want to keep your pelvis nice and low to the floor. Good work, guys. Keep breathing. We got 15 seconds. Good, good, good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, have a rest. Well done. Okay, so that's the round 1, circuit 1 down. Grab yourself a drink, catch your breath, and then we'll go through slowly through circuit 2. So I'll give you a demonstration of each of the exercises, and then we'll go get stuck into it. And then like last time, the second round through, we do circuit 1, then there's a 1 minute rest, and then we go straight into circuit 2. So first one's a little bit slower, then we ramp things up, okay? So our first one here in circuit 2, I don't have a real name for it, but I'm calling them squat bum raises. So you go down to the bottom of your squat, elbows and hands on the inside of your knees like this. Then we're pushing through our heels, head stays down, but pelvis and bum go up. Okay, I'll show you that one from the side. So we're down, up. Okay. Once you get the feel for it, we want to get the rhythm. We want to get them moving nice and quickly. They'll feel easy at the start. They'll be absolutely burning by the end. Number 2, reverse Nordics. So we're down on our knees. Have your toes underneath your foot. Bum squeeze and we're up nice and tall. And then we're controlling our weight down backwards, feeling the stretch and the strain through the front of our quads, controlling ourselves as far as we can, then push through your toes until you come back up. So we want it to go a bit slower on the way back up and a bit quicker on the way, slow on the way down, quick on the way up. So that's our reverse Nordics. The next one, we're going for bridges with pulses like we did in round one. So flat on your back, weight through your heels, up, 1 pulse, down, up, 2 pulses, down, up, 1, 2, 3 pulses, back down. Continuing on, building reps the entire time. Exercise number 4 is side planks with hip abduction. So elbow is underneath your shoulder. We lift up, 1, down, up, 1, 2, down. All right, same thing. We're increasing the number of leg raises on the side that we do each rep. Then we're going to do the other side. So start with your right, go to your left, or the other way around. So that's 5. And our last one to finish is our crunch heel taps. So chin to chest, a little bit of a lift so your shoulders are off the floor. Feet have got to be reasonably far away from you so it's not too easy. And then while we're up, we go from side to side, keeping our shoulders off the floor and tap each heel. The goal on that one, slow movement. It doesn't have to be too quick, but you want to stay up for the full 45 seconds. All right, so that's the whole thing for the second circuit. So again, I'll give you a reminder before we start each one. You've had a good breather now. So let's get stuck into it, okay? So squat bum raises is our first one. Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Get that bum nice and high. Keep yourself low down in the squat so your head doesn't move too much. That's 15 seconds. Early on, let's focus on getting our breathing right. Making sure that we're staying rhythmic through the whole thing. Rhythmic movement with our breathing makes it easiest to stay oxygenated and keep working at our upper limit. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, 15 seconds rest, and then we're into our reverse Nordics. So on your knees, toes underneath you, controlling back slowly, powerful on the way up. Going in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Good, so be aware of the position of your core and your back. Be strong through your bum. So when you're at the top, you want to be nice and tall up towards the roof. And slow and controlled on the way back. You really feel a stretch through your quads as you're on the way back. That means it's working. And then a quick push through your toes, through your knees to get yourself back up. That's 30 seconds in, so we've got another 15 to go. Great work, keep breathing. Stay strong through that bum. 3, 2, 1, 15 seconds rest. Okay, so now we're down into our plank position. We're onto our bridges next. Flat on our back, heels underneath. Lift and pulse, 1. Lift and pulse, 2. Work your way up. All right, let's go. Nice and high. And like what we talked about before, stay nice and strong through your core. Lift yourself up, do a little pulse. Only have to move your pelvis about 1 to 2 inches while you're doing your pulses. And then working your way up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. See how many you can get up to in the time. That's 20 seconds done. If you feel like you're feeling it too much in your hamstrings and not enough in your bum, bring your heels closer. If you feel vice versa, you're only feeling your bum and no hamstring, walk your feet a little bit further away from your body so you can bias it to where you want. We got 3, 2, and 1. Okay, now we're onto our side planks. So pick your arm, doesn't matter which one, because we're going to do both of them. Strong through the shoulder, push up through the side of your foot till you're in a straight line. Then the leg lifts out to the side. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So lift, up, back down, rest. Lift, 1, 2, back down, rest. Lift, 1, 2, 3. Good. Try and be aware of yourself. Make sure that from after you're up on your shoulder at the top of your plank, from your sternum to your feet is a straight line. We're not sagging down. We're not up too high. Keep working. Keep increasing those reps. That's 30 seconds in. We've got 15 to go. The other one to be aware of in this one as well is make sure that you're not too bowed. So your bum is not backwards in space compared to the rest of your body. We're nice and straight. 3, 2, 1, and rest. 15 seconds before we go on the same exercise on the other side. Three, 2, 1, and let's go. Other side. So same things. Be aware early on that your bum's not backwards compared to where your shoulders are. You're nice and straight. Core switched on. We raise up to the side, then lift. Increasing reps each time. Really feel that burn down through the side of your body, into your bum, and then hopefully on the top leg as well. That's 30 seconds. You've got 15 more to go. Keep working. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, drop down onto your back. Get as many breaths in as you can quickly. For this one, it's our crunch heel taps. So remember, don't have your heels too close to your bum. We want to crunch forward so that your shoulders are off the floor. The goal is to stay up that whole time, so you don't have to move rapidly. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Good, up and lift, tap one heel, then the other. So the height of our shoulders in space should stay the same. They're just going from side to side, using the muscles of our abs and our obliques. If you need to drop down, take 1 or 2 quick breaths and get back up there. We've only got 15 seconds to go. Good, 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 good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and drop down. Well done. Suck in those deep breaths. Grab yourself a drink. All right, so that's the end of circuit 2, first round through. So we've done both of them once. We've got another go through for both of those exercises, and then we'll get into our stretches, okay? So this time through, we're gonna go a bit quicker between the 2 circuits. So it's gonna be smash all 6 exercises out with our 45 seconds on, 15 seconds off, 1 minute between when we finish circuit 1 and when we start circuit 2. So this time it's really important to get your rhythm early. Really keep that breathing going because it's going to be significantly harder than the first one. All right, so just a quick reminder of the first couple of exercises and then I'll run you through in your break period. So our first one is our squat pulse and increase the number of reps for the pulses. And the same thing, think about your core, hip hinge till you feel it in your hammies, pulse, increasing the reps each time. And then we're on to our bounds. I'll run through each exercise while you're in the rest period. All right, you're gonna start in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. So down, squat pulse, back up, down, 2, down, 1, 2, 3, up, down, 1, 2, 3, 4, up. Good. Nice. Keep your breathing. Keep that rhythm. More important than ever through this round. It's halfway. $30 seconds. Good. Making sure you're keeping those pulses nice and low at the bottom of that squat. Don't try and increase the height. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 15 seconds rest, and then we're onto our hip hinges. Remember, you've got to stay nice and tight through your core. Get down until the hammy stretch happens. That's where you pulse, then back up. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Down, pulse, back up, down, 1, 2, back up. If you're feeling really good and want to make this one harder for yourself, go down, arms overhead, pulse, back up, down with arms overhead, pulse. Awesome, good stuff. That makes it a lot harder. If you choose to go to that one, you can always backtrack whenever you need to. That's 25 seconds in. Remember, stay aware of what your core position, what your lower back position is like. We don't want to be arching. Good. Keep your breathing, increasing those pulses. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, suck them in. We're staying on our feet. This is our bound jumps. Make sure you're helping yourself out by throwing that leg up, giving yourself momentum to get high. And those quick little shuffle in between. Get your rhythm. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Nice and high. Good, good. Really drive the arm and the knee up. Trying to increase the height of those jumps. And keep your breathing nice and rhythmic. Just past halfway, keep it going. Good work, good work. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, stay on your feet. Quick breather. And next one is our squat monster walkout. So remember your 2-meter space or your mat. We're down into our squat. We want to keep the pelvis nice and low. Then it's little steps forward with your feet at about either side of the mat. Then up and turn and go the other way. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Down nice and low. Trying not to increase the height of your pelvis in space until you're up and turn. Down low and keep it low the whole time. Good. Again, remembering being conscious of your lower back position and your core. So we don't want to be arching into our monster walks with a duck bum. You want to be nice and tight down into your squat and staying low. We got 15. Good. Slow your breathing rate. Try and get that heart rate under control during this one. It'll burn for the quads, but it's not throwing your breathing up too hard. 2, 1. And rest. Okay, again, we're on our planks, so either hands or elbows, staying no harbor bridge, so pelvis low, core on, and foot taps out to the side as far up as you can get in that position while maintaining the core. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Good. So remember, no harbor bridges. We're keeping ourselves tight and low, strong through our shoulders or our hands. So we're not sinking, we're pushing away, we're not sinking into our shoulders. Good, keep your breathing. 20 seconds left. Getting those feet as high up as you can. So there's going to be a little bit of rotation of your pelvis, but minimize that as much as you can. We want it all coming from the hip joint. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, rest. 15 seconds rest, and then we're onto our rotation planks. So you're starting in the middle, on your toes, roll to the outside of your foot. Again, we want to be nice and straight, like this. We don't want to be like this. 3, 2, 1, good. Let's go. So rotating onto your side, nice and high, pushing the ground away so we're strong through our shoulders, slowly rotating from side to side, and staying aware of our position so that we're not bent like that. We're straight from shoulder to foot. Good. Keep it working. 15 seconds left. Like I said before, this round through, if you need to have a breath, drop down, take 1 or 2 quick ones and get started again, all right? We're trying to really push through. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, I lied before. We get a minute 15. So 15 seconds for this rest, then 1 minute between before we start round 2. Grab a quick drink if you need it. Don't drink too much. We don't want to get a stitch through our second one. All right, our 1 minute rest starts right now. Suck those breaths in. Now I'll quickly go through the first couple while we're in this minute before we start, all right? So our first one, we're down into our squat. Elbows are on the inside of our knees. back's in a good position, then it's bum up towards the roof, head and shoulders stay low. That's exercise number 1. Number 2 is our reverse Nordics. So we're on our knees, bum squeezed, slowly back, up nice and tall. And then exercise number 3 is our bridge pulses. So we're on our back, lifting high, pelvis goes up and down by about 1 inch and increasing the number of reps of our pulse as we go on. That's the first 3. We'll go through the rest of them as a reminder as we're getting closer. 20 seconds more rest. Slow that breathing right down. Really, really suck it in. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Deep into your squat, get yourself set, and then bum up and down. Let's get that rhythm nice because we want to maintain it the whole time. Doesn't have to be too quick. Good. Awesome. Get that breathing rate sorted. You should feel this one in your quads and your hammies, potentially even your calves a little bit as well. That's 25 seconds in. We've got 20 to go. Good. Make sure you're still getting nice and deep. Get that bum down all the way to level with your knees every time. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, dropping down onto your knees. Get set in the position and take your deep breaths here. Catch your breath. We've got 10 seconds till we start. Remember, while we're doing this, core is tight, bum is squeezed, and we're lowering our whole body back as a straight line. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. And push back up. Good. Awesome. Nice work. So slow on the way down, a little bit quicker on the way back up. Really feel that stretch all through the front of your quads. Make sure you feel it working. That's 30 seconds. 15 more to go on this one. Good. Stay tight through the bum. Stay tight through the core. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, rest period, 15 seconds. Let's go over onto your back. Make sure your heels aren't too close to your bum. Get your core set. Then we lift up to the top, pulse by about an inch, back down. Lift to the top, 1, 2, back down to the bottom. Increase in reps every time. Let's go. Good work. All right, so remembering what I said round 1, the first time through, if you feel it only in your bum and not in your hammies, take your heels further away from your body, or vice versa. If it feels only hamstrings and not so much in your glutes, squeeze your glutes a little bit harder, bring your heels a little bit closer in towards your bum. All right, we're past halfway. Keep going. Well done. And so increase that number of pulses each time. Keep working through it. We want to try and beat the number that we got to round 1 if we can. It's a big ask. 5 seconds. 2, and 1. Okay, laying onto your side, 15 seconds before we go with our side plank. So up, lift, down, increasing the reps each time. Remembering, we don't want to be bowed. We want to be straight from front on and from side on. 2, 1, let's go. All right, lift, 1 pulse up to the roof, back down. Lift, 1, 2, back down. Lift, 1, 2, 3, back down. Good. Try and keep that rhythm. Try and keep that height and try and keep that form. All of those things really important with this one. Right, making sure as well we're pushing away from the floor with our shoulder. We're not sinking down into our shoulder blade. Past halfway, keep it going. Keep those breaths sucking in. Good, those abs really be feeling it now. Same with the shoulder, same with the outside of the hip. Everything's working. 3, 2, 1. Okay, drop down, sucking the breath, roll over to the other side. We've got the exact same thing on the other side. 10 more seconds till we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift, 1 raise, back down. Lift, 1, 2, back down. Good work. Awesome work, guys. So keep that same rhythm going. Try and maintain the whole time. As I said before, if you need a rest, drop down, suck in a quick couple of breaths and go again. Trying to stay strong throughout. No harbor bridging, no pretzel or bend or banana or whatever you want to call it. Just stay straight from chest to feet. We got 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, last exercise before we're onto our stretches. It's our crunch heel taps. Make sure this one, the real challenge is to keep the shoulders off the ground for this entire 45 seconds. Go as slow as you want from tap to tap. We just got to try and stay up the whole time. 3, 2, 1, up and rotate. Go for it, guys. Keep it moving. Make sure you're still breathing while you're going with this one. If you're finding it easy, which I do, well done. If you are, take your heels further away so you've got more of a reach. There's 20 seconds in. We've still got more to go. Keep it up. 20 seconds left now. Maths didn't work just then. 15. Keep going. Keep it nice and high. 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop. Awesome work, guys. Well done. All right. Lay on your back, sit up, stand up, whatever you feel is most comfortable. Try and get your breath back. All right. Pretty efficient spot now to get your breathing back is to be on your haunches like this, arms supported, belly allowed to sag forward so there's not much pressure on your diaphragm. And let's suck in slow breaths, in through the nose, out through the mouth. And just hold that breath for about half a second longer than what your body wants to breathe. That'll help with bringing that heart rate back down. If you need to, lay flat on your back and suck those breaths in. Grab a drink whenever you can. In a couple of minutes, we'll start our stretches and mobility stuff. All right, so this is where we get to tone things down a little bit, be aware of what we feel in our body and start to work through things. All right, if you're ready to go, just wait a little moment until everyone else has grabbed their drink, got their breath back. And so just sit and slow your breathing. In through the nose, out through the mouth. All right, for this one, this week we're going to start kind of top down. We'll start from shoulders actually. So we're going to go laying flat on our belly, arms out to the side. Should lay in a better position so you can see it. There we go. So our arms are out to the side. Now for this one, what we're going to do is lift a foot over the top. So the foot is starting, the pelvis is following, and then the upper body. And so now we're in this final position. I feel a stretch all through the front of my arm, through my chest, into my thoracic spine, and then also through the front of the hip of the leg that's gone over the top. So you're trying to reach as far backwards as you can with your heel, and then the opposite process. So rotate through the chest and the body follows. We go the other side, so arms out, heels up and over, pelvis follows, chest follows. And now I feel the stretch in all of those same places, front of my chest, through my thoracic spine, and front of my right hip. Nice and slow rotations between the two. Find that point of stretch. And then just a few slow breathing cycles once we're here. Rotating back across, and leg down, other side. Let's go across. One more on either side. if you're not feeling the stretch through the front of the hip on the top side, make sure you push your heel further back in space. So here versus here. All right, roll yourself back over and face down. We're going to go hands underneath the body. So elbows are underneath the shoulders, palms are facing flat. And with a big breath out, we're going to push the straight elbows. Chest facing forward. Feel that stretch all through the front of your abdominals. And really push that extension mobility in your back. Back down to the elbows and rest. All right, so we're going to pair that one with our breathing. I held that for a little bit longer than we should have. So breath out and up. Breath in and down. All right, a couple more cycles of that. Let's go a few more deep breathing. Cycles pushing out and going up, and then breath in, back down to the bottom. If you want to throw your neck in and try and look all the way up towards the roof, feel free. You don't have to. Let's go 2 more breathing cycles of that one. Great. Okay, let's push up onto hands and knees from that position now. Okay. So from here, what we want to do is breath out, sink a belly button down towards the floor, arch your back and head up to the front, and then breath in opposite. So now belly button comes in, head tucks under, pelvis tucks forward, so tail underneath your toes. You're as bent as you can. Again, pair this with your breathing. Good, keep working with that one. Feel the areas of your back that feel stiffer than any of the other areas, and really trying to preferentially focus on movement through those areas. So for me, into extension, the bottom of my thoracic spine feels stiffer. So that's where I'm really focusing on when I go into extension. Let's go a couple more breathing cycles on that one. Awesome. Okay, so staying on our hands and knees. Now again, still pairing our movement with our breathing. We're going to go hand through, reaching as far as we can, and dropping the back of the shoulder down towards the ground, getting that rotation stretch. Back in, breath out, going the other way. All right, great work, guys. So now we're going to rock our weight back towards our heels. From here, what we want to try and do is make it as long as we possibly can from our tailbone to our fingertips. So sitting all the way back, breath out. Crawl your fingertips just a tiny bit further forward. Big breath in, holding everything where it is. Breath out, crawl those fingertips another centimeter forward. Now that we're right out in this full stretch, every time you take a big breath in, you should feel it increase in the stretch all down through the side of your body. Breath out. By this stage, you might not be able to crawl your fingers any further forward. That's fine. Just work with your breathing cycles. Okay, so trying to keep your pelvis in the same position, not letting it come up. We're going to crawl our fingers across to the left-hand side of our mat or just over to the left-hand side of our body. Now, continuing our big deep breaths in. Now the stretch should be much more intense all down the right-hand side of your body. All right, slowly work your way across, and we'll crawl across to the other side of the mat or the other side of the body. Again, pay attention to being as long as possible from your tailbone to your fingertips, then adding that side bend, and then your big breaths. Okay, let's come back up. Now we're going to go into our lunge position. So it doesn't matter which leg, take one forward. Now we're going to hinge forward again. So both hands are on the inside of that leg. And so this one, we're trying to breathe out, rotate your chest towards the leg that's in front. So I've started with my right leg, so I'm turning away from you guys, but towards it, follow the hand up towards the roof. And so we're trying to extend our back and rotate as far as we can. Breath in, back down to in between our feet. All right. All right, let's swap legs. So now the opposite foot is forward. Again, both hands are on the inside of the leg, and then we rotate and twist. Follow the hand up towards the roof and back in. Okay, let's swap our legs back over. Quick front of hip stretch on this one. So first things first, up nice and tall. Then our abs need to switch on. Our tailbone tucks underneath our body and we squeeze our bum. So really, really getting that pelvic rotation backwards. Then once you're here, squeeze your bum. If you need to, you can rock further forward, but you might not need to. And you should feel that stretch through the front of your hip. If you want to make it more intense, then we want to take our, if your left leg is the one that you're on, that's down, that's on the knee, then you take your left hand over the top and you should feel the stretch go from the front of that hip also up in through the front of your obliques of your abdominals. Making sure that your tailbone is still tucked under, your bum is still tight. Okay, let's go other leg. So out in front, let's go through the same process. So abs are on, tailbone is tucked under, bum is squeezed. Then if you need to, come further forward and feel that stretch. If you want to make it more intense, now that my right leg is down, my right hand goes up and over the top. All right, last one, guys. So we're going to go over onto our back, laying flat. Right ankle goes atop of left knee. Then bring your left knee up towards your chest. If you can link your hands in behind it, then do so. If not, just actively try and pull it up. And you should feel the stretch in the back of your bum on the right-hand side. If that's not intense enough, let go, drop that other foot down, take your right hand onto your right knee, your left hand onto your right ankle, and then pull the whole leg in towards your chest. Again, nice deep breaths while we're here. Try and relax into the stretch. If you want to make it more intense from here, what we'll do then is rotate your body so your shoulders stay flat, but your pelvis rocks to the side and the foot that's up, so for me, my right foot is going down towards the ground. And now I feel the stretch from my bum also up into my lower back a little bit. If you're doing that one, let's rotate in and out of it. Okay, straightening out, let's swap legs. So now left ankle is on top of right leg. If that's enough, hold it there. If you want more, pull that knee upwards. If you need even more than that, switch your hands onto the other shin and pull it in towards your chest. Let everyone hold that stretch there for a few breaths. If what you've got is intense enough for you, then maintain that one. If you want to make it more, shoulders stay flat, body rotates so that that foot is dropping down towards the floor, and now it's hip and side and lower back. Pair it with your breathing. All right, untangle yourself, guys. Now let's just go. Bottom of your feet together, hands out to the side, knees wide. Feel the stretch a little bit through the inner part of your thighs. I'm just going to lay here and relax for a minute. A few deep breaths to finish this off. Really just try and relax into this. You've done well. You've done your high intensity. You've done your mobility. You've set the day off right if you're doing it in the morning. If you're doing it in the afternoon, you've set the afternoon off right. A few more deep breaths and then we're done, guys. All right, if you want to keep going with that one, feel free, but otherwise the rest of us are done. So well done this morning, guys, or this afternoon, whenever you've done it. Good stuff. Stay safe, be kind to each other. See you in the next one.